Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Dallas Cowboys.
Keep playing hard. Ready. 18 Gator. Watch out. Tight end. There. Bring it. Tighten up. Wow, we grip.
On first down, Brooks. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Rock it. Kill. Hey, turn it up. He's coming. Shoot.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
Hey, exit. All day, just like that. Under 10. Back. Look at me. Score. Hey, Delta.
Brooks from the gun, he'll throw into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and he will return. 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, there has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a handoff here to his running back. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Back to throw. Pittman. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Check safety. Leo. Hey, Haywood. Joker.
On first down, it's Casey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
I got you. 36. Topper. Watch twit. Score. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Check. SOS.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Get it.
They'll run it here with P-Ryan. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Partner, those are back-to-back 6-yard runs, and if they're going to continue to get those types of plays, shoot, you just keep running the same stuff, don't you?
Yeah, it was 1st and 10, then 2nd and 4. Now 1st and 10 again.
Okay, ready? Look, squeeze.
They'll run on first down. Casey. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Recon, 132 fighter. Check 43.
Now a carry for P-Ryan. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4 down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Check roll out. it. Sit. Check 52. Go. Play. Whip. Fair. Out. Clear. Ready.
Now Pirine. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Check tight. Check three. Hey, check 24. Rock it. Check. Alert flare. Check.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Rush in. 61. Matchbox right. Look at me. Go. Go.
Now a give, right side. It's Casey, down right around the 25. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Single. Two draw corker. Leo. Lead Rivers.
They'll try the left side. Casey, and they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here.
Look at me. Zipper. Hey. Roll. Shoot.
They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Hey, Sam off. Squeeze. Check. Watch safety creep. Hard. Safety's creeping.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And it's 2nd down.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Pull it high. Check 24. You're out. Check three.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On third down, it's Casey. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So,
well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
On second down, Carrington. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
No gain on the play. Brings up third down and 7.
Here we go. Henry, let him know. Let him know. 52. Double dog. That's the way. Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic.
On third down, Pittman looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
5.
Mike, check. 50.
Look at me. Go.
Watch the twist. Check 3.
5.
Now Brooks going to throw again. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh.
59.
Leo. Bravo.
Break now.
Yes. Go.
Check.
Now.
Here's Brooks on first down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Hey, wahoo! Hey, Sam on!
Kill. Turn
Now!
Kill, turn up! Check 13! Check!
Ready?
On second down now, it's Casey. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning.
No gain on the play. Brings up third down.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber. Yep.
Now Brooks to throw from the gun on third down. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's fourth down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier. Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Pick your game up.
Throwing again. Pittman. Now they go screen. It's complete. Oh, and now some space to operate. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Extra point up and through. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. Go out. Go.
Brooks now operating from the gun. His throw incomplete. David Long, the rookie from West Virginia, there defensively.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Stand.
Check hot route. Hot. Switch.
Look at me. Zipper.
Big dance. Come.
Shoot.
To throw on 3rd down. Brooks. Open man, it's Allen. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
3 down. Watch out.
Pilot, 64, weak. Rock it.
It's a safety creep.
They'll try the left side. Casey. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
General West.
Check out Henry.
Hey, Charlie.
Brooks to throw on 2nd down. He finds Perine out of the backfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
80 weapons. Look at me. Go. Leo. Hey, Alpha. Hey.
Here comes to me. It's me.
Hit it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help a running game as well.
Go. Get it.
Now Brooks throwing on 1st down. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Odell Beckham, his first touchdown on the year. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 10-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Here we go.
20-point yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And some space here. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. No gain on the play there, second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Carrington. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Looking to throw. Pittman under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them. And
trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A great effort there. his second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are able to regain the lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Check safety, check safety. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Now. Now.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Hey, back up.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Watch the
Yo, 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 go, go.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Ready?
Here's Brooks looking to throw on 2nd down. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen.
Brooks pass complete to Keenan Allen. A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go. 18 Gators.
Hey, let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right here. Watch twist.
Hard, hard.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Now Brooks to throw on 3rd down. Bryant has it. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Jay, lock it.
Check, check, check.
Brooks now on 1st and 10. And a little floater there is incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
59 mark, check.
Fair.
QB's trash, let's go. Watch twitch, watch
Go. Shoot.
To throw again, Brooks. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 44 yards.
Rock it.
Watch the end. Hey, watch it.
Look at me. Zipper.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back to throw. Brooks. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Blue draw quarter.
Here we go. Check.
6-6. Pull it high. Hey, Haywood.
Mike's 59. You.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off down at the 2. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
On first down, Carrington. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Carrington breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And all the way down to the 37. And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 37-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the fourth. On second down, Carrington. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. They'll keep it on the ground. Carrington. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Let's go. Took the elbow.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
That's it. Mike 51. Mike 51.
On first and 10, Pittman, and he completes it to Hunt. The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it a second down. Second and 9 now. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A great read, and it's picked off. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the whip.
Here's a 2nd and 7. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Come on, D. Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Here it comes, here it comes. Hey, check 24, check 24.
Snap.
Here's P-Ryan. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
At the 43-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Defense wins championships, baby. Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare. Jack! Slam, slam.
Protein spill. Hey, Zoo.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Hey. Ready.
2nd and 4. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Then he'll give it here to his running back. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day. Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Brooks to throw on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
A toss play. Here's P-Ryan. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
Now Brooks throwing on 4th down. They'll let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. Well, down 2 scores in the 4th quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. They'll keep it on the ground. Carrington, room here to run. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Right back to him on first down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. Now a handoff here to his running back. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
On 3rd down, Carrington. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Dallas. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Looking to throw. Brooks. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Give him 32 on the play. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Here's Brooks. From the gun, he'll throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 30. Allen, the intended receiver.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Dallas, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.